how the sausage is made. All right, today's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna make a run over to Summit Racing, pick up some parts, and then I'm gonna bust out the laptop and we'll do some tuning. We are not in my red F-150 project truck right now. We're in my black truck. So we're gonna make a run over. It's because it's 104 degrees outside in Texas, and the black truck has air conditioning, and we're still working on the red truck. So we're gonna go with the air conditioning for today. Gonna make a run out to Summit and pick up some parts. We'll talk about what we're gonna use those for and what we need them. And then we'll bust out the laptop and we'll go through some HP tuner stuff, and we'll show you how to do a little bit of tuning today. So strap in, going for a ride, and stand by. And we're back. All right, folks, we're headed out to Summit Racing, or as I affectionately like to call it, our local temple to the gods of to the car gods. Yeah, local temple to the car gods, or temple to the gods of speed, or something like that. I can't remember what I usually call it, but anyway, temple to the car gods works for me. How about you? Good morning, everybody. By the way, I didn't mention that today is Thursday morning, August the 20 something, I don't know, 25th, 26th, something like that. No, 28th. Today's 28th. Thursday, 28th. All right. Hope you guys enjoy a more long form of video. Not my best work, I'll tell you that, but hey, gotta start somewhere, right? So anyway, it's a lovely day outside, sunny day. We're gonna try to get the truck, we did a tune on it a couple of days ago, back on Monday, and that worked really good. Downloaded a tune file, put it on there, took it for a test drive. Drove really good, and I'm working with a guy out in Florida. I think he's got a shop called Mustang Lifestyle, I believe, and so far it's worked pretty good. And he sent me a tune file, and then I'll put it on the truck, load it into the truck, drive it, get some logs, send back to him some log files, and he'll take that, analyze it, and tweak it a little bit, get back to me and send me an updated tune file, and we just keep doing that. Big problem we're having right now with the red truck project is, well, two things actually. We're working on getting air conditioning components, and I've got an order in with PBH Performance, Power by the Hour, for some brackets. The truck started out life as a V6, 4.2 V6 truck, and we did the Coyote swap in it. And you know, this is a learning process for me too. So I've learned a lot during this. What I didn't know to start with the air conditioning, is I could have kept all my original air conditioning components. But I didn't know that. I figured going to a Coyote, probably have to go with more modern compressor and condenser and dryer and, you know, new lines and stuff like that. So we just took everything out of the truck. Sold all that stuff with on Facebook Marketplace for parts, and which, that was okay. It worked out pretty well. People snapped up all those parts. Kind of surprised me. It really did. I didn't expect like to have such a hot market for, you know, used 10th gen Ford truck parts, but I guess there are people out there that need it. So anyway, so now we're having to we're getting to the point to where, like I said, we're doing tuning, we're doing detail work, we're wrapping things up. So we're getting into that phase where, okay, it's Texas, it's time to do air conditioning. And been doing a lot of research on the web, and I've learned. So now I got to go buy another compressor for that generation of truck, which is okay, because you know, I've learned pretty much anything as far as AC systems. The compressors from like 1997-ish up to like 2010 time frame, it was actually pretty much, and all you people out there who are experts in this are going to yell at me in the comments. That's fine, go right ahead. I can take it, and hey, maybe I'll learn something. But pretty much the same AC compressor Ford used pretty much in all their vehicles across all their product lines, with minor differences, of course, mostly having to do with the type of connections, the line connections that bolted up to the compressor. But other than that, it's pretty much the same compressor. So they're out there, they're easy to find, they're not terribly expensive. So anyway, went to PBH, Power by the Hour, and they sell bracketry that'll let you mount one of the older compressors on your Coyote engine. It's actually pretty simple stuff. So got that on order, that's on the way. But we're also having issues with the speedometer. So we're using a Dakota Digital STA 1000 little converter box inline to adjust speedometer setting, and it will adjust up to that box will adjust up to 30%. It's just not enough. The speedometer is still reading considerably lower than what you're actually driving. I've got a GPS speedometer that I use for a reference point, and like the other day, for instance, I was using my GPS and took the truck for a drive, and I was actually doing about 60-ish miles an hour, 61, 62, something like that, and the gauge, the speedometer gauge in the cluster was reading like 45. So it's still way off. So I've been talking to some folks. I don't know if you know Lethal Nate Performance. He called me the other day, and he gave me a tech tip. So we're going out here to pick up another little Dakota Digital inline box, the B100 or something like that. I can't remember, SG B100 or something like that. I can't remember the model number. But anyway, there's a way to connect the STA 1000 with the new one, and it'll give you more calibration with your speedometer, and you can dial in your speedometer calibration. So that's what we're going to do, and picking up a couple other little parts out here at Summit Racing. So figured I'd take you along for the ride. Hey, why not? You enjoy a ride on a nice day, don't you? So here we are. You know what I can't stand? And they're everywhere, man. I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth areas where we live, and it's stupid. Oh, I know you're probably gonna have some haters in the comments when I say this, but those trash can looking Tesla pickup trucks, oh my word, I cannot stand them. And it's like, we got some dudes where I live in the DFW area here where they put a wrap on them, and it's very distinctive. And you know, I see the same couple of trucks probably once or twice a week just running around town. Who buys one of those things? I mean, come on. They are butt ugly, man. Yeah, I mean, I know they're probably pretty cool. I think they're pretty fast, pretty quick, modern tech. I've been in a Tesla. They're nice cars, but a Cybertruck? Are you serious? Oh man. Anyway, okay, enough of my rant. So anyway, yeah, enough of my rant. There you go. So today we're headed out to Summit. We're going to pick up this other Dakota Digital box, and we're going to bring it back, read the instructions, go over it, see if I can figure it out, and see if we can get it wired in, test it, and we'll see what we get with that. That may take me a few days to do. That may be another video. So, but today we're also going to take the red truck out, and we'll hook the laptop up to it. We'll take you along, and we'll pull a log file. I'll go through HP tuners, and I'll show you how to what you need, like for the hardware you need to buy. It's really not that expensive. I think I bought the HP tuner kit, which is a little module that plugs into your OBD port, and a couple of cables, wires, and that's it. You go to HP Tuner's website, you download their software, it's free, and the only thing you have to pay for, which you do have to pay for, is a license. I call it a license, but so for whatever vehicle you're going to tune, they charge you a $50 fee. So you'll go out to HP Tuners, you'll add a vehicle, and you'll pay the $50 fee, and then you'll rescan your device, and it'll pick up your license and download it into your little module that plugs into your HP Tuners and your laptop. And so then you'll have a license for that VIN number so you can tune. But you do have to buy the little hardware, the little device that plugs into your OBD port. I think I got mine on Amazon. I think it was like $300, something like that. Not crazy, it really isn't. So I mean, all total for what I've needed, I purchased just a couple extra licenses because I have a few other vehicles. But for what I've needed, I paid $350, I think. so not bad. And that gives me the ability to go into that truck anytime and, you know, make adjustments, add, you know, change tune, download logs, whatever, you know. So I like it. It's all good. That works. So it's been real handy. I mean, I didn't understand the tuning process. You would think in Dallas-Fort Worth that there would be tuning shops, at least a couple, right? And there probably are. I know there's one in Fort Worth. I know there's one up in Grapevine or something like that. But there's not a lot. There really isn't a lot of them. And so I've called a couple of them. And yeah, I called this one. It was up in Grapevine. And the guy never called me back. I called him a couple of times. The guy never called me back. So whatever. Anyway, like I said, I know there's one in Fort Worth. I think there's another one in Capel, but not anywhere close to where I am. So I got online and put the word out there, you know, hey, I got a Coyote swap project, 2000 F-150, Gen 1 Coyote, and need help with tuning. I had a couple guys answer. So I checked them out and put some feelers out there to people I know, is like, you know, hey, are these folks good to work with? And a couple people I trust said, yeah, these folks they'll treat you right and take care of you. So went ahead and went with that. And anyway, so we're doing the online thing where we're doing the email exchange and trying this tune file, gathering logs, send them back, upload a new tune file, you know, put that on. What I really wish, and I know there's got to be one around here somewhere. If any of you guys live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you know where there's a good dyno tune shop, let me know. Yeah, send me something in the comments. Because this is okay. Hey, and you know what? I'm learning a lot. I've learned how to use HP tuners. And just going through the process, I'm learning a lot about some of the parameters of tuning and what it means. And so I'm learning. So it's all good. I'm cool with that. But it would be nice to be able to just go to one shop, bring the truck in there, hand them the keys, and let them do their magic. And, you know, maybe a couple hours later we roll out and we're ready to go. You know, we're done. So that would be nice. So if any of you guys know of any good tune shops that could do that, hey, let me know. And we're about to pull into Summit Racing right now. We're coming up to the driveway here. You turn in. So local temple to the gods of speed. I think that's what I called it. I love having a Summit Racing right in my backyard. This is amazing. Absolutely love it. They built this place, probably, I'm gonna say 3 or 4 years ago. And I'm out here at least once a month. So I don't know if Summit Racing will let me bring you guys in video while we're in there. So we're going to pause for now, and we'll be back. All right, we're coming back. I asked the people here if we could do a little video, and they said yeah. So bringing the camera in. One of the things I love about coming to Summit is you get a little bit of a free car show when you come here. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. So they have these turntables up front. There's another one over there, and we'll go over and check that out in a second. But little sign around. It's very nicely done, VW. I would love to take something like that and go play in the sand with that. That is so cool. So, well, let's go check out this Ford sitting over here. Check that out. Isn't that nice? What's he got up here in the... You know, I'm pretty sure that's a Chevrolet small block, which is an abomination, but it looks good. And I bet it runs good too. So we'll give them a pass on this time. But hey guys, out there building hot rods, Ford motors belong in Ford cars, not Chevy motors. So anyway, looks like yeah, Chevy small block. Look at that interior, brown leather interior. It's a 232. Love those rims. Got track bars underneath it. Really nicely done. Very nicely done. You get the matching brown leather in the trunk in there. So, all right. Well, there you go, folks. And here's to give you a quick look around the place. So if you don't have a Summit Racing near you, go find one. They're a lot of fun. All right, we'll pick up here in a little bit. We picked up our parts and we're headed out. So we'll pick up at home. All right, talk to you soon. All right, we're back at the house, and just like I promised, we're gonna work on the red truck today. So here we go. And we're gonna hook up our HP tuners, and we're going to show you how to step through all of that. So let me get this camera set up where I can just push play, and we'll be right back. All right, I think this is going to work. May have to adjust a little bit. Let's see here. I think that'll work. Okay, so we'll try to talk you through this. So when you get the HP tuners unit, it's going to come with one of these. And this just plugs into your OBD port, OBD2 port. And depending on what connections you have on your laptop, they've got a couple of different cords here. So for me, the original USB-A to USB-C works for me. So you have a USB-C port on your little module here. That goes in there. And we're going to plug into our OBD port. There we go. I've got a Dakota Digital box plugged. I had a Dakota Digital box plugged into the OBD port, and that plug that goes in there is a little stiff. So anyway, all right. Well, let's get the laptop fired up here, and we'll get started. So I don't know if you can see my screen or not. It's a Boss 429, another one of my favorite cars. As far as Mustangs go, in my humble opinion, aesthetically the best looking Mustang was the 67 Shelby Mustang. GT350 or GT500, doesn't matter. I like them both, but my second favorite would have to be the Boss 429. So, a little screensaver there. And let's get HP tuners fired up. Yeah. And it's complaining because I don't have my USB drive. Alright, let's get, and it's not, on the program, it's not called HP tuners. There's actually two programs. There's VCM, there's VCM Scanner and VCM Editor. And the editor you use for actually loading tune files. So if you have a tune file you want to upload into your vehicle, that you use the editor to do that. The VCM Scanner is what you're going to use to run engine diagnostics, gather logs, look at real-time performance, that kind of thing. So let's get VCM Editor, actually VCM Scanner, pulled up here because that's what we're going to use today. And I've got so when you load the software, when you download it from HP Tuner's website, you're going to have an option. One of the options is to get the beta version. And a lot of the guys that are out there doing tunings recommend the beta version because it's the cutting edge, it's the newest release of the product that they have. But they will warn you when you load the software, hey, you're on the beta version. Is that okay? And yeah, that's fine. So let me click out of the beta version here. This is VCM Editor. We're not going to use that right now. We will in a little bit. So I don't know if this is picking up on the screen or not. I think it is. Looks like it is from what I can tell. So you guys will tell me in the comments for sure. That's for sure you will. Let's see. I am going to load an XML file, which looks like I've already got loaded. Okay. And we'll talk about that later. It's just a customization tool. All right, so we've got the software up. We've got the scanning tool plugged into the OBD port. So let's just do a power on here. We're not going to start the truck. We're just going to do a key on power. And when you do that, you have an icon over here that looks like a little car that lights up. And you also have this little red button that'll light up too. That tells you that the tool, the software and the module is able to connect to the vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and connect to the vehicle. And it's doing that. It's opening the interface. It's syncing, getting ID numbers. Okay, so now we're connected to the car. And we need to gather a log. So we're going to do two things. We're going to do like a idling and revving log, and then later we'll take it out for a drive and we'll log that as well. So let's go ahead and start it up. Actually, let's go ahead and we'll hit the red button up here, and that starts the data logging. That just turned gray. And we got a blue indicator here. So we'll hit that if we want to stop the logging. It's kind of counterintuitive. You would think start would be green and stop would be red. They use red and blue for start and stop. It is what it is. So we just let the truck run, because all we're doing is logging data. We're not driving or anything like that. We're not changing anything. And we got some fluctuation in RPM right here. Cold start. Not sure why it's fluctuating so much. But that's part of the tuning process, is to figure out what you have going on, log it, and then go in and adjust the parameters and get it right. So that's what we're doing. After it runs, it warms up a little bit, it'll settle down to about between 600 and 700 RPM on idle, about 650, 670, something like that for RPM. So we're just logging data. That's all we're doing right now. And it tells you what you got here. I'm connected to a Ford V8 with a Copperhead ECU. This ECU does not have a VIN programmed into it. We're going to leave it that way. So we just assigned a generic VIN to it just for the purposes of HP Tuner licensing, because in an earlier part of the video I stated that you had to actually license your VIN numbers so that you're actually paying HP Tuners a fee for every time you program a car or tune a car with their software. So you do have to have a VIN, but HP Tuners let you put a generic VIN assignment to an ECU if you want, or you can use the factory VIN number that's on the ECU, either one. So, and we're just gathering data. So looks like we're settling in around 780 RPM on average here, and we'll just do a little light revving. See what it does. When we get up to operating temperature, the RPM will stabilize around 650 to 670, but it's still cold right now. One thing that takes me a little getting used to is this Coyote is rev happy, baby. She loves to rev to 5,000 to 6,000 easy. The few times I've taken it out and driven it, it just amazes me how quickly it'll rev to 6 grand. Oh my goodness. But right now we're just trying to get it up to operating temperature, and see if the RPMs stabilize, which it's coming down. We're in the low 700s, 720, 730, 715. The more it warms up, that'll stabilize around 670, 650 to 670, which we're getting there. We're dipping into the 600s here. 690. We're right around 700 right now. Yeah, we're in the 600s. Yeah, 680, 690, 700. Yeah, that looks good. So this is how the sausage is made, folks. And what we'll do while that's running, I'll go ahead and show you the VC editor, so you can see that as well. And your symbols down here, your VCM scanner, your symbol is a lightning bolt down here on your icons, and your VCM editor is the symbol is a wrench. So if we were going to put a tune file on this, which we're not right at the moment, but if we were, we'd come over here in this little folder icon, we'd hit that open file, and this knows where I store all my tune files, and we would just pick one of these tune files, click open on it, and which we're not going to do right now, but this is the process. And once we had a tune file open, this little icon here would turn red, and we could click on that, and it would bring up another menu to write the tune to the truck. And there's a couple options there that you can select, and I just do write calibration and click OK. And then a little progress bar comes up, and it shows you, a little standard Windows progress bar screen, and it'll tell you when it's complete. It's that easy. It's not hard to do this at all. So if you're worried about, loading your own tune, doing your own tuning work, don't be. It's with HP tuners, they really make it easy to do. So, yeah, here we are. We're up to temp now. So our RPM is in the 670, 680 range. So that's about what I would expect. That's where we want it. So. We'll do some light revs. Gathering data, that's all we're doing. Alright, let's go ahead and stop that. And to stop this, we'll click the little blue square, stop scanning. Alright, now you notice when we did that, the red dot lit back up again. So we've got our data. Now you can save these anywhere you want. You can save these files anywhere you want, but HP Tuners by default saves them for you, and it saves them in your My Documents folder. So under your My Documents, you have a folder called HP Tuners, and in there you'll have logs and tunes, and I've divided it out under new ECU and old ECU. We tried a different ECU earlier on this truck, so this is one on the new ECU. So it's going to store, well, that's not where I put it. Maybe I'm fibbing to you. Hold on. So let me see here. Oh, I know where it is. It's under C Program Files, HP Tuners. Yeah, C Program Files, HP Tuners, VCM Suite. Maybe not. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, okay. So it's your My Documents, HP Tuners, BCM Scanner, and Logs is where it automatically saves your log files. And you can rename these if you want. You can leave them the default, or you can rename them. We'll call this 8.28. And this is idle and rev. Alright. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take the truck out for a little drive. And we'll do the same thing. We'll capture data while we're driving. So while I'm getting set up for that, I'm going to go ahead and pause this and we'll be back. Alright, and we're back. We're going to go take a little driving session just around the block here. And while we're doing that, we'll capture a log. So I'm going to go ahead again. I'm going to come up here, hit the little red circle where my mouse is at. There's a little red circle there at the top of the menu bar, and that'll start the data logging. All right, and we are logging. So let me set this laptop somewhere safe. It's not gonna go anywhere. And what do I got going on out here? You know, people are so stupid. I had a guy just turned into the neighborhood and he's backing out onto the main street. Man, people are dumb sometimes. Anyway, whatever. Whatever. A neighbor honking at me. Alright, don't have the reverse camera hooked up yet, so we're just going to ride around the block. Speedometer is not hooked up right now because I've got my HP tuners plugged into the OBD port. So you won't see a speedometer. Front end alignment is horrible. We lowered the truck 2 inches all the way around, and we haven't done we changed all the brakes and stuff, so the front end alignment is absolutely horrific. I don't really want to go any more than like 40-45 miles an hour in it. Front end wobbles really badly, so we just drive around the block with it and kind of keep the speed low. But we're logging data, that's what we're doing. Runs pretty good. I was working on it last night and I found one of my power steering lines has a tiny little leak in it. So I gotta fix that. It's at a fitting. If I can get my GPS speedometer up here. It likes to pop ads. Telling us. short drive here just to capture data. That's all we're doing. Sure does feel good to drive this thing though. We put this in the shop back right out a year ago, like kind of the end of August, 1st of September, back in 2024. And so we're right out a year, and it's only been in the last couple of weeks that we've been able to actually go out and drive it. So Chick-fil-A sounds good. May hit us up at Chick-fil-A for lunch. Having my stick shift. My other truck is an automatic, and there's a lot of times when I'm in that truck, my black truck, and I reach over here for, there's nothing there, no shifter. But my foot goes for the clutch and my hand goes over here for the shifter. Just habit. I've been driving stick shift pretty much my whole life. Almost every car I've ever had has been a stick shift. So when I get in a vehicle that's not, I kind of miss it. That felt really sketchy. Once I got over 50, the front end started wobbling around. So we won't do that again. We won't do that again. But I'll wave at the local police. Speed limit on this road's 40 where I'm at, so. And I don't see anybody around. Let's see if we can. I think I hit the rev limiter on that. Pretty sure I hit the rev limiter on that. Makes me smile like a toddler though. You know, that's the thing about guys, we don't ever grow up. We just get bigger and more expensive toys. That's all we do. Right about there's the limit. Until we get the alignment done, start to feel the front end wobble when you get around 50 miles an hour. But so far all I've done with it is just kind of drive around the block, drive around my neighborhood. I'm not gonna dare gonna get on the freeway with it. I'm not ready for that. Trips around the block, that's give us the data we want. So love that low idle purple. Nice. This gives the performance shop what they need to kind of look at. So rolling back in the driveway. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and shut off our logging. Cooling fan's kicking on. So there we go. Now we got a driving log, and we'll upload that and send that up to the guys at the performance shop, and we'll see what they say. So, all right. So I shut down my my VCM scanner. And we'll just unplug the module here. And that's all it is. So just pack everything up. And HP Tuners gives you a nice little packaging here. It's really sturdy, so it's something you can continue to use, not like some box you rip open and it gets shredded while you're doing that. So they give you good quality packaging, so you can reuse your boxing and just keep your HP Tuner scanner device nice and neat, just like new. I'm OCD like that. I'm sorry. Not getting well. I really shouldn't apologize for that, but if I can keep something kind of as newish as possible, then I do. So, and here's your packaging it comes in. Yeah. There you go. Right there. And we're good. So, all right, we got what we needed. We got our data logging. So the next step, I will upload that and get that up to the guys at the performance shop, and we'll see what they say. So there you go. That's how the sausage is made. So I hope you enjoyed that. I know it's a little bit long form video for what I usually do. So, all right, y'all have a good day. Bye.